Welcome into this moment of prayer and restoration. You are here because God is drawing you into peace, clarity, and divine provision. The pressures you have been carrying are seen by heaven, and this Psalm 112 prayer is being released to shift your finances, calm your heart, and align your life with God's wisdom and favor. Take a breath, open your spirit, and let us pray together. I declare that I am firmly rooted in the fear of the Lord, and because of this holy alignment, my life, my finances, and my future are established in divine favor, divine stability, and unstoppable increase, as heaven orders every detail of my journey according to Psalm 112. I declare that the blessings of God are released upon me, flowing into my work, my ideas, my resources, and my income streams, causing everything connected to me to prosper, expand, and multiply under divine guidance and supernatural favor. I declare that I walk in delight in the commandments of the Lord, and through this obedience my financial life is protected, strengthened, and directed by divine wisdom, bringing peace, clarity, and lasting success into everything I touch. I declare that my household is covered by the blessing of the Almighty, and every door of provision, opportunity, stability, and divine favor is open wide for me and for everyone connected to my destiny and my future. I declare that abundance surrounds me on every side, removing lack, financial pressure, and uncertainty from my life, as the hand of God establishes me in steady provision, reliable income, and supernatural financial peace. I declare that wisdom governs every decision I make, and through divine insight, I am guided into the right paths, the right connections, and the right opportunities that produce growth, security, and sustainable prosperity. I declare that the power of God rests upon my labor, and every effort of my hands is blessed, multiplied, and increased, producing results that go beyond human ability and release overflow into my life. I declare that divine favor rests upon my finances, causing my income, savings, and investments to grow steadily, protected by heaven and guided by the wisdom of the Lord. I declare that my future is secured by God's promises, and every financial step I take is aligned with divine order, divine peace, and divine provision that cannot fail. I declare that Psalm 112 is alive and active in my life, establishing me in righteousness, blessing me with abundance, and positioning me to walk in financial peace, wisdom, and lasting prosperity. I declare that my seed is mighty upon the earth, and through divine covenant, every generation connected to me is established in favor, provision, and financial stability, as the blessing of the Lord flows without interruption through my bloodline. I declare that generational prosperity is released over my family, causing my children and their children to rise in wisdom, opportunity, and divine increase, free from debt, limitation, and financial struggle. I declare that wealth and riches dwell in my house, not temporarily, but permanently, as God builds lasting abundance within my household and secures our future with His righteous provision. I declare that every inherited cycle of lack, hardship, and financial instability is broken and replaced with a legacy of peace, success, and overflowing provision. Through the power of Psalm 112, I declare that my family walks in divine protection over our finances, and every resource, investment, and income stream is shielded from loss, waste, and destruction by the hand of the Lord. I declare that wisdom governs my household, guiding every financial decision, business move, and planning step, so that our wealth grows steadily and our future remains secure. I declare that my lineage is marked by favor, and every generation after me rises into higher levels of opportunity, financial freedom, and divine blessing. I declare that God establishes my family in righteousness, and through this alignment our wealth is preserved, multiplied, and sustained across every season of life. I declare that abundance flows through my bloodline, removing fear, stress, and financial struggle, and replacing them with confidence, stability, and peace. I declare that the blessing of Psalm 112 rests upon my family forever, securing our prosperity, strengthening our future, and anchoring us in divine financial peace and wisdom. I declare that light rises for me in every season, and even when financial darkness tries to appear, the Lord causes clarity, opportunity, and divine direction to shine upon my path and lead me into abundance. I declare that God's light guides every financial step I take, illuminating the right doors, the right people, and the right decisions that bring steady income, growth, and lasting peace. I declare that confusion has no power over my finances, because divine illumination fills my mind with wisdom, insight, and understanding that produces stability and success. I declare that where others see limitation, I see opportunity, because the light of God reveals hidden blessings, profitable ideas, and divine connections that elevate my financial life. I declare that my path is bright with favor, and every move I make is guided by heaven into prosperity, security, and continuous increase. I declare that no shadow of fear, loss, or uncertainty can remain over my finances, because the light of the Lord drives away every form of financial stress and instability. I declare that divine insight flows through me, allowing me to recognize profitable opportunities and make wise decisions that build wealth and preserve peace. I declare that my financial future is clear and protected, as the Lord directs me with precision and wisdom into the places prepared for my success. I declare that I walk confidently in divine light, knowing that every step I take is supported by heaven and guided toward financial fulfillment. I declare that the light of Psalm 112 shines over my life, leading me into prosperity, wisdom, and unshakable financial peace. I declare that I am gracious and full of divine compassion, and through this righteous nature, the Lord releases favor, financial increase, and lasting peace into every area of my life. I declare that my giving is blessed by heaven, and every seed I release returns to me multiplied, bringing growth, provision, and supernatural abundance into my hands. I declare that generosity opens doors for me, causing opportunities, partnerships, and financial breakthroughs to locate me as I walk in alignment with God's will. I declare that the kindness flowing through me attracts divine rewards, and my willingness to bless others creates an atmosphere of overflow around my life. I declare that heaven honors my open heart, and because I give freely, I receive freely, walking in a continuous cycle of provision and increase. I declare that my resources are never depleted, because the Lord continually replenishes everything I release, ensuring that I live in financial peace and steady abundance. I declare that I am a channel of blessing, and through me, God's provision flows into the lives of others while my own supply grows stronger and more secure. I declare that my acts of generosity create divine favor, unlocking unexpected opportunities, new income streams, and lasting financial stability. I declare that I never lack when I give, because God multiplies every seed I sow, producing harvests that exceed my expectations and bring peace to my household. I declare that the grace of Psalm 112 rests upon my giving, establishing me in overflow, wisdom, and financial freedom that endures through every season. I declare that my finances are firmly established by the hand of God, and every source of income, every resource, and every opportunity in my life is aligned into divine order, bringing consistency, security, and lasting stability. I declare that confusion, chaos, and disorder are removed from my financial life, and in their place, the Lord releases structure, clarity, and wisdom that produce peace and sustainable growth. I declare that every area of my financial world is balanced and secure, as God strengthens my foundation and protects my income from loss, delay, or instability. I declare that my money is governed by divine discipline, causing my savings, my spending, and my investments to function in harmony with God's will for my prosperity. I declare that the Lord establishes my accounts, my business, and my resources, ensuring that nothing collapses, nothing is wasted, and nothing is stolen from what He has given me. I declare that financial breakdown has no power over my life, because God upholds me with wisdom, favor, and steady provision in every season. I declare that my labor is not in vain, and every effort I make produces reliable income, measurable growth, and long-term financial peace. I declare that my resources are divinely protected, and every door of financial stability is guarded by heaven against loss, failure, or destruction. I declare that I walk in divine order, and through this order my wealth increases, my expenses are managed, and my future remains secure. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in financial stability, covering my life with consistency, wisdom, and unshakable peace. I declare that I do not fear bad financial news, because my heart is firmly anchored in the Lord, and His unfailing provision continually secures my income, my resources, and my future. I declare that trust in God removes every form of anxiety from my finances, allowing me to walk in calm confidence, knowing that heaven supplies every need without delay. I declare that my future is financially secure because the Lord Himself goes before me, preparing provision, opportunities, and favor that guarantee stability and peace. I declare that fear has no authority over my money, and every worry about bills, expenses, and obligations is replaced by divine assurance and supernatural supply. I declare that my heart remains steady and unshaken, even in uncertain seasons, because God's promises sustain me with constant provision and faithful support. I declare that the Lord is my source, and no earthly system, economy, and no limitation can interrupt the flow of abundance into my life. I declare that divine provision follows me, surrounds me, and overtakes me, ensuring that I am always supplied, always supported, and always at peace. I declare that my trust in God activates miracles in my finances, opening doors that no one can close and releasing unexpected streams of income. I declare that I am never abandoned in times of need, because heaven is committed to sustaining my life with consistent provision and generous overflow. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in fearless faith, anchoring my heart in peace, while God continuously supplies all that I need. I declare that my heart is firmly established in faith, and because of this spiritual foundation, my finances are stable, my decisions are wise, and my future is secured by the unchanging promises of God. I declare that divine wisdom anchors my financial life, guiding every choice I make so that I walk in clarity, accuracy, and success in all matters of income, investment, and provision. I declare that the Lord strengthens my financial roots, causing everything I build to stand firm, resist failure, and continue growing through every season. I declare that instability, uncertainty, and fear are removed from my financial world, replaced by confidence, order, and steady provision through the power of Psalm 112. I declare that I stand on solid ground, and no economic change, no external pressure, and no negative report can shake the prosperity that God has established in my life. I declare that every investment, every business move, and every financial decision I make is directed by divine insight, producing reliable growth and long-term security. I declare that my financial foundation is protected by heaven, and nothing I build will collapse, fail, or be destroyed by unexpected circumstances. I declare that I walk in assurance, knowing that God orders my steps into opportunities that bring lasting income, peace, and abundance. I declare that nothing can shake my prosperity, because it is rooted in righteousness, sustained by wisdom, and upheld by the hand of the Lord. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me as financially immovable, spiritually grounded, and divinely positioned to walk in peace, wisdom, and enduring wealth. I declare that every force working against my financial peace is defeated, and the power of God rises on my behalf to establish me in victory, stability, and continual increase. I declare that lack, delay, and limitation have no authority over my life, because divine favor opens doors of provision and releases abundant supply into my hands. I declare that every obstacle standing in the way of my prosperity is removed, as the Lord goes before me to clear paths, align opportunities, and bring financial breakthroughs. I declare that heaven fights for my success, ensuring that every effort I make is rewarded with progress, growth, and reliable income. I declare that no opposition can block what God has ordained for my financial future, because His power establishes my prosperity beyond every barrier. I declare that I rise above every financial challenge, walking in divine strength, divine favor, and divine wisdom that lead me into consistent abundance. I declare that my life is positioned for victory, and every area of my finances aligns with God's plan for peace, provision, and lasting success. I declare that financial victory is mine, because God orders my steps into opportunities that produce wealth, security, and fulfillment. I declare that heaven enforces my prosperity, ensuring that nothing meant for my good is delayed, blocked, or stolen from me. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in triumph, covering my life with financial success, stability, and unshakable peace. I declare that abundance flows into my life without interruption, and every area of my finances is filled with steady provision, supernatural supply, and continuous increase. I declare that my hands are filled with overflow, and everything I touch is blessed, multiplied, and expanded by the power of God working in my life. I declare that divine increase locates me, causing new income streams, profitable ideas, and financial opportunities to rise up for my benefit. I declare that my supply grows daily as God releases more than enough into my life, removing every trace of lack and replacing it with abundance and peace. I declare that I attract financial favor, and doors of provision open for me in places I never expected, bringing stability and lasting success. I declare that divine overflow surrounds me, ensuring that I have more than enough to meet every need and still have abundance to save, invest, and give. I declare that my income expands and every source of provision increases, producing growth that is consistent, reliable, and blessed by heaven. I declare that heaven pours resources into my hands, aligning my efforts with opportunities that bring financial freedom and peace. I declare that my overflow never runs dry, because God continually replenishes everything I release and everything I receive. I declare that Psalm 112 positions me in perpetual increase, establishing my life in abundance, wisdom, and unshakable financial peace. I declare that my wealth is established in righteousness, and every blessing flowing into my life is protected, clean, and aligned with the will of God, bringing peace and honor into my financial journey. I declare that the favor of the Lord rests upon my finances, causing my income, my investments, and my resources to grow steadily under divine guidance and supernatural protection. I declare that my prosperity is not temporary, but lasting, because it is built on integrity, wisdom, and the covenant of Psalm 112 that secures my future. I declare that everything I receive is sanctified by God, and my money carries peace, stability, and divine purpose into every area of my life. I declare that honesty and righteousness preserve my wealth, keeping me free from loss, deception, and financial confusion as God establishes my increase. I declare that divine favor multiplies my resources, opening doors of opportunity and blessing that lead me into higher levels of abundance and security. I declare that my finances honor God, and through this alignment, my wealth is protected, expanded, and sustained in every season. I declare that the blessings I receive are filled with peace, ensuring that my success brings joy, stability, and fulfillment into my life. I declare that my prosperity is covered by heaven, and nothing meant for my good can be stolen, delayed, or destroyed. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in righteous wealth, divine favor, and lasting financial peace that endures throughout my lifetime. I declare that divine wisdom directs my financial life, guiding every choice I make so that my money, my time, and my opportunities produce growth, stability, and lasting prosperity. I declare that I am led by heavenly insight, allowing me to recognize profitable opportunities, avoid costly mistakes, and walk in financial clarity and confidence. I declare that God guides my investments, my business decisions, and my planning, ensuring that everything I build is aligned with His will and produces steady increase. I declare that confusion, misjudgment, and waste have no place in my finances, because the wisdom of the Lord fills my mind with understanding and precision. I declare that every financial decision I make is protected by divine discernment, leading me away from loss and into sustainable success. I declare that my money multiplies through wisdom, as God teaches me how to manage, grow, and preserve every resource He places in my hands. I declare that I am a faithful steward of what I receive, and because of this faithfulness, greater resources, opportunities, and blessings are released into my life. I declare that my financial intelligence increases daily, allowing me to build wealth, secure my future, and maintain peace in every season. I declare that wisdom strengthens my prosperity, ensuring that my wealth is not only gained, but also protected and sustained. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in wise stewardship, stable growth, and financial peace that continues to expand throughout my life. I declare that financial stress has no place in my life, because the peace of God guards my heart, my mind, and every area of my finances with divine calm and assurance. I declare that peace fills my home, my work, and my future, as God's provision flows steadily into my life and removes every form of worry and fear. I declare that anxiety over money is replaced with trust, and I walk confidently knowing that the Lord supplies every need with faithful consistency. I declare that I rest in divine provision, and my sleep is sweet, free from financial pressure, because God watches over every detail of my life. I declare that my mind is free from financial strain, and my thoughts are filled with hope, clarity, and confidence in God's abundant supply. I declare that calmness rules my financial world, and every decision I make is guided by peace and divine understanding. I declare that money brings no fear into my life, because my heart is anchored in God's promises and His unfailing care. I declare that I live in a state of rest, knowing that heaven supports me, sustains me, and continually provides for me. I declare that peace guards my finances, protecting my income, my savings, and my future from disruption or loss. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in peaceful living, secure provision, and lasting financial tranquility. I declare that the blessing of the Lord upon my life is permanent, and every form of increase, provision, and favor that God has given me will remain strong and secure through every season. I declare that my wealth is established by heaven, and no force, no circumstance, and no season can remove or diminish the prosperity that God has placed upon me. I declare that divine provision continues to flow into my life, ensuring that my needs are met, my goals are supported, and my future is filled with stability and peace. I declare that my prosperity does not fade, because it is sustained by God's covenant and protected by His faithful promises. I declare that my supply is constant, reliable, and abundant, allowing me to live without fear, stress, or financial pressure. I declare that the blessing of Psalm 112 rests upon me, covering my income, my resources, and my household with divine protection and lasting increase. I declare that my riches are secured by God's hand, and nothing meant for my good can be lost, delayed, or destroyed. I declare that heaven upholds my finances, ensuring that my wealth grows, my provision is steady, and my peace remains unbroken. I declare that my future is abundant, filled with opportunities, stability, and divine favor that continues to expand throughout my life. I declare that Psalm 112 establishes me in enduring blessing, lasting prosperity, and financial peace that will never fail. I declare that the light of the Lord shines upon my life, my work, and my finances, causing clarity, opportunity, and divine favor to surround me wherever I go. I declare that God's glory rests upon my income and my resources, attracting blessings, open doors, and divine connections that bring peace and prosperity. I declare that favor marks my finances, and every place I step into becomes a place of provision, increase, and supernatural supply. I declare that my wealth reflects the goodness of God, carrying peace, stability, and purpose into every area of my life. I declare that divine blessings locate me, following me into every opportunity, every agreement, and every financial decision I make. I declare that the light of God attracts abundance into my life, illuminating profitable ideas, strategic moves, and pathways to success. I declare that heaven highlights my life with favor, causing my work, my business, and my efforts to be seen, valued, and rewarded. I declare that I walk in radiant provision, surrounded by divine guidance and supernatural increase that brings fulfillment and peace. I declare that the hand of God rests upon my wealth, protecting it, growing it, and preserving it for my good and for my future. I declare that Psalm 112 shines over my finances, establishing me in divine light, favor, and lasting financial peace. I declare that I am fully established in financial victory, and every area of my life is supplied, strengthened, and supported by the faithful provision of the Lord. I declare that every need in my life is met with abundance, and every area of lack is replaced with overflowing supply, peace, and security. I declare that I lack nothing, because the Lord is my source, and His provision continually fills my life with stability, favor, and increase. I declare that abundance is my portion, and prosperity flows into my hands in a way that brings joy, freedom, and lasting peace. I declare that financial peace rules my heart, and every worry, fear, and concern about money is removed by the confidence I have in God's faithful care. I declare that wisdom governs my wealth, guiding every decision I make, so that my prosperity grows in a healthy, stable, and secure way. I declare that my life is divinely supplied, and every resource I need to fulfill my purpose is released to me in perfect timing. I declare that God is my source, and no system, no economy, and no limitation can interrupt the flow of His provision into my life. I declare that financial peace is mine forever, and my future is anchored in divine stability, abundance, and unwavering security. I declare that Psalm 112 is fully fulfilled in my life, establishing me in righteousness, wisdom, and lasting financial peace that will never fail. Father God, thank you for releasing peace, wisdom, and financial favor through this Psalm 112 prayer. Let every listener walk in divine provision and stability. As we stay connected to the divine cleansing secret channel, let every prayer continue to bring breakthrough and blessing. In Jesus' name, amen.